What's it like to live in La Quinta? What are the pros and cons of living in La Quinta? If you're wondering, stay tuned. How do you do? It's me, Stefan Burchard, the Desert Bow Tie Realtor, here in the La Quinta region. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to learn all about La Quinta, make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell so you'll be notified every time I do a new video. I'm getting calls, emails, and texts every day from people moving and relocating here to La Quinta, and we love it. If you're looking to buy or sell here in La Quinta, make sure to call, text, or email me 24/7, day or night. We'll help you make your experience as smooth as possible. Now, let's get started on the top 10 pros and cons of living in La Quinta. La Quinta is a small city in the state of California, which is located in the county of Riverside. La Quinta hasn't seen a lot of growth in new residents over the last 5 years, but maintained a consistent amount of new residents moving into the city. First, let's get the cons out of the way. Transportation. You really need a car to get around. While we do have public transportation, you really can't easily walk to and from your home to most places. The average commute time is 22.8 minutes and the national average is 26.4 minutes. So in order to go from one part of La Quinta to another, a car is pretty much a must. Economic diversity. The primary industry of La Quinta is tourism and hospitality, with agriculture being a close second. There isn't much in the way of manufacturing or technology jobs. However, the area is becoming known as a great place for working remotely, and this will continue to grow in the coming years. The cost of living in La Quinta. When choosing a new place to live, the cost of living is a significant consideration. The cost of living in La Quinta is higher than the national average and most cities in the state. La Quinta's cost of living is 31.9% higher than the US average. While some areas can be higher than others on the state and federal level for many reasons, the overall cost of housing costs, utilities, grocery, transportation, healthcare, and miscellaneous goods and services tends to be a little bit more expensive in La Quinta. Pro sports enthusiasts, you're out of luck. There's no major baseball, basketball, or football teams out here in the desert. To see pro teams, you have to go to Phoenix or San Diego, which are all within driving distance. Temperatures in the summer. Yes, it gets hot here in La Quinta in the summer. The temperatures are great most of the year, but starting in June, the average temperature doesn't drop below 100 degrees until October. Most people do most of their outside activities in the morning before the temperature gets too hot during the summer months. And finally, the intensity of the sun. While Palm Springs enjoys about 350 days a year of sunshine, the sun does take its toll on things like outdoor furniture, outside flowers, paint on your home, and of course you need to wear sunscreen. And you also need to stay hydrated the whole time. La Quinta is a resort community. It's a place where the weather is warm, the sun is shining, and there's lots of outdoor living. Pro number 1, education in schools. If you're thinking about your kid's future, education in La Quinta is good and ranks high on the national and statewide levels compared to other cities. La Quinta Public Schools spend about $11,214 per student, where the average school expenditure in the US is $12,383. There are about 26.8 students per teacher in La Quinta. Pro number 2, diversity. La Quinta has a reputation of being a family-friendly community. You'll find people from many different ethnic backgrounds here, and people are generally happy because of the resort-style atmosphere. If you don't feel like you fit in where you currently live, then you really might want to enjoy settling down here. Pro number 3, the casual atmosphere. La Quinta provides a casual atmosphere that many people enjoy. It's a dry heat most of the time and the weather stays consistently warm, so the normal dress here is usually casual. Pro number 4, there's always something to do in La Quinta. You have access to golf and casinos, hiking trails, and even rock climbing. And of course you can visit the Living Desert Zoo, the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway, the Palm Springs Art Museum, and the Palm Springs Air Museum. The list goes on and on. Pro number 5, healthcare options. The Coachella Valley has some of the best healthcare options in the state of California. With 3 hospitals, we have some of the best medical facilities available for adults who enjoy an active lifestyle. And the final pro of living in La Quinta is our affordability. We touched on the cost of housing earlier, but La Quinta is less expensive than the California average cost of living. That means you can buy more house or condo than you can in other California cities. I also talked about this in my previous video, the cost of living in La Quinta. Be sure to watch it. Living in La Quinta has a suburban feel, which can be nice for families looking for more space than larger, densely packed cities and a good area to raise your children. Our less expensive cost of living leaves more money in your pocket in an area with higher quality of life. Who can object to that? Our pros and cons are a feature of every living destination. The active lifestyle of La Quinta combined with the relative low cost of living makes La Quinta an excellent place to live. If you have questions about living in the La Quinta area, just let us know. If you're thinking about moving to the La Quinta area, buying or selling a home here, be sure to get in touch with us. We want to make your experience as smooth as possible. Don't miss our Coachella Valley Living podcast on iTunes and Spotify. And now, be sure to watch my next video about the 5 top things to do in La Quinta.